Hola, hola.
Hola.
Hola, hola. Hello. And I say hola, hola, and this is supposed to be in English. Hello, and welcome to Today en la Tommorou.
Today en la Tommorou.
Estoy con mi amigo Chris Fetterman. Again, I'm speaking in Spanish. What the fuck is wrong with me?
I'm going to speak in English. I'm going to jump right to English. Pero seguirí.
Right, because you know what we're supposed to do here, right?
Yeah.
You actually know what's going on. You're
You're
not
get
a total fuck up like I am.
No, I'm born native.
There you go. So, how was your weekend? Your week, or whatever?
Fun. It's been
Fun?
good.
What did you do? I did nothing at all.
Yeah?
I just fucking slept.
Yeah, no, I did a lot of that too. With
Yeah.
the rain, oh, it was great.
Right. See, the day that it rained, was it Saturday?
Sunday.
Sunday it rained. Yeah, I wanted to go out and like walk in the rain because I really used to love doing that as a kid.
Singing in the rain.
Singing in the rain. I kind of think of the Clockwork Orange every time now with that song.
Yeah, just
I
like,
think that
just want to
happens
go out
to all
and
of
just burglarize somebody's home and just start beating them and
Yeah, and raping them.
and raping their wives. Singing in the rain.
And raping their
That's
wives.
what the rain makes me think of. Oh, yeah.
Raping raping the wives, you know what it reminds me of? You ever seen those videos of this guy that's called Tyrone?
Tyrone Biggums?
It's like a really big black guy who
Okay.
hates smoking. Have you ever seen it?
Which one?
I mean, I guess that's the only videos that he has.
What does he do?
It's like a really big black buff guy.
Okay.
And he's like, I'm Tyrone. And he goes to people that are smoking and he slaps them off his hands.
Okay.
Have you ever seen it?
I mean, it's similar to like Terry, the Office linebacker.
Okay,
Have you heard
I've
of this?
never heard of him.
There's like a Super Bowl advertisement where they got like a real ex-NFL player to like, he would walk around offices. It's his job to like enforce things like, the TPS reports come with the memo on top. You didn't know that, Karen? And he like
Okay.
tackles her, tells her that. It's like his job to enforce the office. Yeah.
Tackling women.
He would tackle everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's a egalitarian then.
Yeah.
I love it. No, the one Tyrone is like this really big black buff guy, and he goes to like ghetto places, right? And there's like these bunch of people that will be like smoking cigarettes, and he'll make
Okay.
fun of their appearance. Like I was watching it, I don't remember. I was showing it to somebody that also had never seen it. So there's this one guy. He has like these dreadlocks, or like I don't know what you call those, like corn rolls. Is it?
Corn rolls.
Corn rolls.
Corn rolls is like a delicious treat.
Okay,
Yeah.
and what then the hair? What's it called?
Those are called cornrows, yeah.
Cornrows. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm Tyrone, and fuck this Whoopi Goldberg looking motherfucker. And he smacks a cigarette. And fuck all that cancer shit. What? What are you gonna do? You know, smoking is bad, motherfucker. And the guys are all like taken aback, like what? You know, 'cause it's a really big fucking guy. But there's some people that'll hate that'll.
But this
fight
is
him,
real.
though.
This is like real.
Supposedly.
Like, okay.
You know, like I mean, if a big black fucking buff guy went and slapped a cigarette out of my hand, I don't know what I would do. I guess I'd be looking at him like, what?
Yeah.
You know? I'm gonna fuck your wife. He says shit like that, you know? He's like,
That's
really?
awesome.
Yeah, and he's in your face, like, what? You know, he's huge.
Cancer's bad, man.
Yeah. Fuck all that cancer
You didn't
shit.
want that? Those cells gonna start to reproduce.
Yeah. Fuck
Like
all that
I
cancer
reproduce
shit.
with your wife.
It's funny, this Whoopi Goldberg looking motherfucker, Jamie Foxx looking motherfucker, they all look like somebody when he
Yeah.
goes and slaps a cigarette out of their hands.
I feel like that's kind of a common like Afro-American
I know,
thing.
right?
Like, oh, this like Buddha-looking motherfucker, or
I had a friend of mine. They used to call me. I remember once we were like fucking around, right? Like insulting each other, but not really.
okay.
He's like, "Get the fuck out of here, you Batman T-shirt wearing motherfucker!" Because I had a T-shirt like with, you know, a Batman T-shirt.
You Batman T-shirt wearing motherfucker.
I love the way they curse though. It's like so funny.
Yeah, like you cargo pants wearing motherfucker.
Yeah, you know, it's like they look at you like, "What can I say about this guy?" Oh, he's wearing a Batman T-shirt, so.
Yeah. Oh, you got that plaid shirt wearing motherfucker.
Yeah.
There's really nothing you can do.
Yeah. Like he just disarms you right then and there.
Yeah.
So that was the Tyrone one. And have you seen Gangster Party Line?
Gangsta Party Line.
Uh-huh.
Nah.
Oh, God.
What's this one?
So whatever people are listening to this, search on YouTube. First, Tyrone. Just be like, I'm Tyrone and fuck cancer. I guess it'll show up. It's like a really big buff black guy.
I'm Tyrone and fuck cancer. And that's the opening, I'm assuming.
Yeah, no, he's like, I'm Tyrone and fuck this Whoopi Goldberg looking motherfucker. And he smacks
yeah.
a cigarette.
Okay,
Smoking
yeah.
is bad, motherfucker. And that's it. That's like the whole skit. Some people will fight him. Some will be like, what? You know?
Yeah.
But the other one, the Gangster Party Line, it's like these black guys also. And it's like a call. Remember like those late night party lines that you would call like to hook up with women or whatever.
Yeah.
1-2-1-3-4-8-3. Like it was like $5
Oh, there's a prank
minute.
phone call.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be like a gangster party line. So there's like these black
dude,
guys.
I love prank phone calls. Oh
Yeah.
man, I'm gonna have to start rattling off prank phone calls.
No, because this is like allegedly it's like a line that you call to start some shit. So there's like this black guy's like, want to talk some shit? Call me. You know,
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for this phone call.
You know, and then there's this other guy's like, hundreds of niggas is waiting on the motherfucking phone, and they're all talking shit about you right now.
This is not real.
It's real.
This really happened.
No, yeah, but it's a parody though.
Okay, that's awesome, dude.
You know, and
That's
like,
awesome.
Yeah, mystery niggas, and they show like all the different types of people that you can call.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, you know, like basically it's a phone for you to start shit.
Oh, that's awesome.
Call these motherfuckers ASAP. Yeah, so look for that one, Gangster Party Line. I don't know why we started talking about that. Well, I guess because today we're going to talk about comedy.
Comedy, yeah.
Yeah. So what are we going to talk about today, Mr. Chris?
Today, we've come to the decision that it'd be a great idea to talk about failed comedians and failed comedy.
No. Does it make you sad?
No.
No?
I think we all revel. We all really enjoy watching not mediocre comedy, but terrible comedy. Either good comedy, like, you know...
Like peak comedy or terrible?
Yeah. Either surprises you in some way, or it's just so underwhelming and terrible. You get to feel vastly superior to the comedy that you're watching.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that's why? Because we're like, at least I'm not that guy.
It's the superiority theory, right? You get to feel... That's why, like, half the reason why you laugh at anything is because you feel superior to what you're laughing at.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's
Does
how most things
does
are.
that happen to you, though? Like when you see, I don't know, like a colleague of yours, he totally bombs, are you like, yes? Or not really?
I like to watch
depend the guy.
No. It's not so much I like to laugh at a good comedian that's bombing, but I like to laugh at like the really experimental comedian that like just doesn't have the chops yet. And they're just trying, and you're just seeing them like struggle, and they're getting like they're sweating, and oh yeah, my parents used to beat me, and like it's just way over the line or something like that. They just don't know where to start from, and you see that struggle. Oh, dude, I love that.
Really?
That's the best.
Really?
Yeah, because they'll have like a randomly really good joke. Then they'll have like 3 or 4 that are just way off.
Way off.
And the inconsistency is hilarious. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, like Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Shit. So you do revel then with that. You do love seeing it.
With certain comedians that are like just starting out, and you see them just like firing shots in the dark.
Yeah.
Right? Just shot after shot in the dark. And then all of a sudden it shows they nailed a few, and a few are way off, and a few like hit the dog next door.
It's a good analogy though, yeah. A shot in the dark.
They're all shots in the dark, and that's a lot of fun to watch, especially when the comedian's uncomfortable.
Yeah. So we talked about bombing. I think that could be one of the words of the day.
Bombing.
So bombing. So just so people know, it's not like bombardear, because that would be like, it's not that you actually plan a bomb, but it's when you go terribly bad at something, you bombed.
Yeah.
And what would be the opposite of bombing?
So the opposite of bombing is killing.
Killing.
Which
So
is
it doesn't
not
mean that you're
which
going to
is-
murder somebody.
Yeah. Doesn't mean you're gonna. You could say murdering too. That's a fun one.
Really?
Like, I did really well. I murdered.
I murdered.
Yeah.
That's when you went like really, really well.
That's like off the scale.
Off the scale. So killing is like, all right, I did well. You
Yeah.
killed. You killed today.
No, you killed is like undeniably. That's when it reaches a level of, I think, like every piece of work, whether it's comedy or like it reaches for a level of being undeniable, right? That's what we all look for.
Yeah.
Then if the random person says, "Oh, that kind of sucked," the majority is in such agreement that it's good that won't be like swayed.
Okay.
That's
all right.
that's making undeniable work.
It's undeniable progress then. It's an undeniable success.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's killing.
That's killing. And bombing is the total opposite.
Yeah, and then one
Totally
person might have been
fucking
like, well,
suck.
there were a few jokes that were okay, but everybody agrees. Consensus, it's terrible.
Yeah. The consensus is that it totally sucked.
Un-
So who would that be?
So I watched this one per your recommendation.
Yeah, but I'll talk about the one that you made me see first.
Okay.
Because Chris made me see. I knew that this guy existed, but I never saw it. And I remember hearing about him, and I remember hearing about how he bombed. But I hadn't ever watched it. And then because of you, I watched it, La Rutina de Rudy Ray.
Rudy Ray.
Rudy Ray, was it what, Viña, like 2014, was it?
I think it was
2015?
15.
Yeah. God, it was horrible.
Yeah.
It was incredibly
That's a fun
bad.
one. That's a fun one, though. That's fun bad.
I don't know, man. I was just watching it and I was like, I couldn't believe my eyes. Because he was pulling out wigs and shit.
One after another.
There was this one joke where he was going to sing something about the 69, something like that. And there was like a voiceover of some guy saying así como, ahora la canción 69. And he would sing like this, like he had his mouth.
Oh, no.
Like he had his mouth, because, you know, oral sex, ha ha.
I can't believe
But
it.
he just went on for so long with it, and nobody, like, that's just not funny, dude.
That's wild. That's wild.
It was just hanging like this for, like, I'd say like a good 2 minutes.
That's nuts.
It's just, I don't know
I
if it
remember,
was...
I remember watching that, just being like.
But did you watch it live? Like with when
No,
it was,
my friends told me afterwards. After I met him. After I met him in person.
Oh, you met him in person.
Yeah.
So how was that experience?
Oh, it's just horrific. Yeah. He was a judge of a stand-up comedy competition that I was in.
Why was he a judge?
That's what I said.
Okay. So a guy that bombed is a judge now, all right?
So I was in like this really low-budget stand-up comedy competition in a bar that no longer exists because it was horribly managed, called Budnik Bar.
Bootneck.
Budnyk. It closed like 3 months afterwards because of like just terrible management.
Oh, God, yeah, I never even heard of it. Bootneck. Okay. Most bars are really terribly managed. But go on. So
But it was like, how do we get people in our bar? Oh, let's get like just starting out comedians to invite their friends over for a stand-up comedy competition.
yeah.
And we'll make it seem really important. Like the more people you invite, that's like half the reason you get to move on to the next round. It's like how many people you can get to show up at the show.
Okay.
Yeah. So then we ended up getting, I don't know, we got invited a lot of our friends, the 4 comedians that were competing. And then other people showed up and we ended up like kind of filling out the bar.
All
Like
right.
40, 50 people.
Really?
And there were 4 nights of competition. And so...
Were they 4 consecutive nights?
No.
No, okay.
There was like every week.
Every week. All
Like
right.
new material. So one of the nights, I think it was the second one, Rudy Ray is the judge of the night.
God. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's just him, or is it like a staff of people that are judging, like the X Factor or shit like that?
It was him and like 2 other comedians.
Okay.
But they weren't like well known at all.
Okay.
They're just like
but at
people
least
who
they
live-
hadn't bombed.
No, like they had a bomb and failed out of Vina.
Okay.
And yeah, so Rudy Ray was there. I did my set. It was pretty good. And then a girl had performed, and yeah, she was okay.
Uh-huh.
But then Rudy Ray gave the comedian of the night to the girl because she was female.
Really?
For being female. He literally said that.
He actually said it.
He said,
like,
we
here
need-
you have this because you're a girl.
He's
that.
like, we need more females in comedy. He didn't compliment her humor. He just said, we need more females in comedy. And so she won the comedian of the night.
Oh.
It was so painful.
That,
it was
yeah,
so painful.
That must have sucked. What did she say?
She just like felt bad. Because she's like,
Of
did I
course.
win it because I was good or just because I'm female? Like, she didn't like it either.
Of course not. Who would like that?
Yeah.
To be singled out, like, well, I guess you're a woman, so here you go. Tough luck.
Yeah.
You know, like, you're not going to make it any other way, so thank God me, Rudy Ray, is here.
Yeah, Rudy Ray's here to save the day.
Rudy Ray comes to save the day. That should be like his slogan. Rudy Ray saves the day.
Here comes Rudy Ray. It's a bird, it's a
Hey,
plane.
no, it's Rudy Ray. And he's going to save the day.
Stellar comedian from Viña del Mar, 2015. Then my friends were like, no, do you know this guy, who this guy is or what he did? And I was like, I mean, I don't know. I respected him that night.
Yeah.
And then my friends were like, go watch it. Just go watch it. I was like, okay. And then, yeah, I think there was like acid in my eyes as I was watching the performance of Rudy Ray.
Do you think that there are some forms of comedy that are dead now? I mean, I think anyone could say that there are some sorts of comedy that are dead. But how do you, like, not notice it? Because what he was doing, he was like lip syncing. He was like changing the words of certain songs, like to make it kind of funny, according to him.
Yeah, it's like bad parody, right?
Yeah. So does that work today?
I
Did
mean,
it ever work?
I still see people putting up YouTube and Instagram videos. Like one, I saw an Instagrammer here put, it's not "Ella calladita," that new song. Da, 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 da. He changed it to "Ella gordita." Da, da,
Okay.
and he showed like a guy in a wig eating food. Thank God nobody watched it because that's just terrible comedy. Like I hate that. So there's such
To such an extent.
every nerve in my body. I hate that kind of comedy.
What, comedy with wigs?
Cheap comedy.
Cheap comedy. Cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, because actually it doesn't take that much effort.
There's some effort in like producing that video
Uh-huh.
and like recording the song and putting on a wig.
Yeah.
But the end of the day, he's just making fun of like, oh, this girl ate too much. Es gordita.
Yeah.
That's fucking
it's
stupid.
It's kind of like basic.
It's so basic.
It's like 5-year-old comedy, 10-year-old comedy.
Yes.
Like farts and fart jokes and shit like that.
Yeah. If you're doing a word for word, like, I guess like a syllable for syllable parody of something, it's already kind of basic because you're just repeating their rhythm or tune or whatever. But try to throw something different in. I don't know. Try something.
Because I remember the Rudy Ray guy, he had a lot of fart jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Which I watched, and I was like, because he would bend over and they would put like a sound of a fart. Like it's 2015. Like these are grown ass people, man.
I know there's one where like he did like a split, and it wasn't it was like a split where he hurt himself. He didn't quite do the split right.
Okay.
When he does a spin. And someone has to like pull him up. It's like the comedy where you se saca la chucha. That comedy is really dangerous because like unless you really can fall down in a way that looks like you're actually hurting yourself.
Yeah, it's hard to pull off.
If it's in the middle where it's like you're trying to look like you're hurting yourself, that's like one of the worst things you can do.
Yeah.
Like either really fall down and make it look like you're hurting yourself and people go kind of gasp, or just don't do it. But don't like half do it and make it seem like part of the show that I'm really going to fall over this time.
Yeah.
It can't be in between.
It's kind of slapsticky.
Yeah.
Do you remember that there was a reboot of the Three Stooges?
That's right.
And it was not too long ago. I would say like 5 years ago.
Yeah, who were the comedians involved in that?
I don't remember. Here, let me look it up. I remember it was a movie, and it came out, and they took it out like the next day. Like it was a total fucking bomb. Here, let me look it up. The Three Stooges movie.
But that is the type of humor, I think, if you're talking about like outdated humor. I think you might be right. That like slapsticky kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think it's done.
It's hard. It's really hard to make good slapstick stuff now.
Yeah, okay, so The Three Stooges, the movie, it came out in 2012. Left on the doorstep of an orphanage run by nuns, 3 newborn knuckleheads grow up to be finger-poking, nyuk-nyucking janitors.
Nyuk-nyucking.
Yeah, that's what it says right here. Because you know they used to do nyuk-nyuk-nyuk. So I guess that's nyuk-nyucking.
Oh, nice.
Janitors named Larry, played by Sean Hayes. I don't know who the fuck he is.
No idea.
Curly, but played by Will Sasso. I don't know who the fuck he is either. And Mo, Chris Diamantopoulos. I don't know who the fuck he is either.
Really?
Well, actually, if you look at the pictures, I do recognize that guy, the Chris Diamantopoulos guy. I know I've seen him elsewhere. I don't know exactly where.
Yeah.
But I know I've seen him.
This wasn't the Kiss of Death.
Silicon Valley. That's where I saw him.
Oh, okay. Respectable television.
Chris is a Canadian actor, voice actor, and comedian, and the voice of Mickey Mouse in the eponymous television series.
Cool.
Yeah. Mickey Mouse. I didn't know that. But since 2013, though. He's not like the classic Mickey Mouse. So, yeah, I think slapstick... have you ever seen these videos of this guy que se llama Doblao?
Yeah.
Those are also...
Those are pretty... I mean...
You like them? God, I hate him. I
just hate him?
I just can't stand it.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, like, it's a funny study of Chilean dialect.
I mean, yeah, maybe because since you're from the outside, maybe to you it's like kind of funny. Because
how much they change.
Because to me, it's also like fart and shit jokes. It's always like everything. It's like he replaces everything with caca y peo.
Yeah, no, that's a problem. It is definitely repetitive and like the fart and like I don't know. Just
I find
dumb
that
references.
to be really basic.
Yeah.
So I remember this one time, this guy, they sent him to the States.
Yeah.
Because he has like a huge following. He has a huge following of people.
Doblao?
Yeah.
I met one of the guys that does it.
Well,
Fabian.
now it's just the one guy.
Okay,
There used to be 2, and I guess now
Fabian
it's just the one
Fuenzalida
guy.
used to be one of the guys.
I don't know who he is. I mean, I've seen him.
Okay.
I don't really care that much for him.
Okay.
So I remember once they sent him to the States when Justice League was coming out.
Okay.
They sent him like to the premiere, the cocksucker.
To dub it?
Well, that's the thing. So they sent him to the premiere. You've seen that they send sometimes influencers outside.
Sure.
Alien Day or, premieres movies or shit like that. So they sent him and he was with Ben Affleck and Gal Gadot and all them.
That's insane.
I know.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you.
No way.
And to be honest, bro, the way the video was shot, it kind of seemed like he thought he was better than them.
I mean,
To be
Ben
completely
Affleck
honest.
sucks.
Ben Affleck kind of sucks, but he's the best Batman.
Are you fucking kidding?
Oh no, you don't like him?
There's no humor at all in that movie. It's so
But it's
rigid.
not supposed to be humorous.
It's so
It's
rigid.
the Batman.
I know, but you're talking about like the Christopher Nolan, Christian Bale Batman.
I can't stand the Christopher Nolan Batmans.
Wow.
You like him?
I mean, Michael Keaton, right?
Michael Keaton I like, but Christopher Nolan is Christian Bale.
Yeah, Christian Bale.
The one where he talks like that.
Okay, that's like the only downside to the Christian Bale Batman.
Yeah,
Everything else about the movie is immaculate.
I hate it.
It's an immaculate
I
film.
hate it. Gotham City is just Chicago. He
Yeah.
has no identity at all. And,
really.
and he's on the day. He's fighting in the day. What kind of Batman goes out and fucking punches people in the day?
I don't know. I mean, you're the first person I've met that tries to defend Ben Affleck being the best Batman. I can't think of anybody else.
I think that Ben Affleck has been like
It's
one
on
of the
par
best
with saying like
Batmans.
George Clooney's the best Batman.
No,
like, it's
no,
on the
George,
same level.
no, George Clooney sucks. George Clooney was like a good Bruce Wayne,
Yeah.
but he's not a good Batman at all.
Yeah.
No, but Ben Affleck is, he's like buff. I like him. I really liked Batfleck. Oh God.
I thought we were gonna throw this in with like Rudy Ray and like Total Failures and
You thought he was gonna be part of? No, I really like Ben Affleck. I really like that movie actually.
that movie.
Batman v Superman.
It should have bombed. That should have bombed.
Really? I
But just
liked
because
it a
was
lot.
DC does such a good job of like marketing their movies and stuff. People go, oh, you know what? I'll watch that, and then everyone's disappointed.
Yeah.
And then they market the next one, Suicide Squad, and people go,
Oh, but
that's good enough
Suicide
for
Squad
me.
was
I'll watch
shit.
that, and then it's another shitty movie.
Yeah. Did you like Suicide Squad?
From like I don't know, I just didn't like the execution, I guess.
Yeah, I hated it. I watched it and I just, it was so hard for me to watch the whole thing. It was just so stupid. And Joker was like in love with Harley Quinn for some fucking reason. And they jumped in the fucking pool and then he rescues her and kisses her. Like, come on, man.
Kind of dumb. Although I'm very excited for the new Joker film.
Yeah, I
Joaquin
really want to
Phoenix.
see the new Joker film too. Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix is good. I like him.
Yeah.
But now, who's going to be the Batman? It's going to be Robert Pattinson,
Oh yeah.
the guy from Twilight.
Yeah. So it's along the lines of Ben Affleck, like kind of boring.
Yeah,
Stiff.
I mean, I can give him the benefit of the doubt. Robert Pattinson. I won't go out because with Ben Affleck, the same thing happened. I was like, no, fuck this guy. He's gonna fucking ruin it. He sucks. And then I watched it and I really liked him.
Yeah.
A lot more than that Christopher Nolan shit.
Wow. You're like the first one to ever say this, man.
I know it's a really unpopular opinion. I just can't stand because those movies they have like no coherence. Because like for example, okay, you'll be like, so why is he doing this stupid shit? He's like, no, because this is supposed to be a realistic movie. And then when they do something totally unrealistic, then they're like, no, but this is a superhero movie. Remember? So which one is it, buddy? Like make up your mind. Like, are you gonna be like really realistic or are you gonna be over the top?
I think they did a good job with the effects in that film, though, right? Because it's all
Yeah.
mostly like done in real life. They filmed
Yeah,
an actual
yeah. Actually,
truck flipping over.
The Dark Knight is the one. I think it's the movie that has had like the most accidents and casualties and shit like that.
No way.
I think it's up there. It's
That's
like up there.
nuts.
There's people that actually died
Wow.
filming that movie, like stunt doubles and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, man.
yeah. Because they did everything practical, which is good.
Yeah.
I commend them for that. But
That's
still,
cool.
still a shitty movie.
It looks much better the
Yeah.
effects have aged pretty well.
But the ones with Michael Keaton, I like them better.
There's like a charm.
I mean-
there's a real charm.
Yeah, because Gotham City looks like Gotham City. It's like
It's fun.
it's weird. It's not
Yeah,
like
it's quirky.
yeah, it's quirky. So, but we're getting way out of.
Jesus, how'd this happen?
How the fuck did this happen? I don't know.
Where are we going?
Where are we going? So we were talking about Rudy Ray, and somehow we got to Batman and Ben
back to
Affleck.
failed comedy.
Yeah, back to failed comedy. So Rudy Ray, yeah, he totally fucking sucked. I hated him.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand watching it.
So per your request, I watched the other, one of the others, because I'm sure we'll get to.
Yeah, more.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's more.
which one did you see?
Ricardo Meruane.
Meruane.
Yeah.
Oh God, I love it. Did
Yes.
you watch it?
I watched it.
Okay,
I watched
but-
a half
okay.
hour of it. I fucking clenched my teeth and kept watching it.
You watched half hour only?
I mean, I had to skip through a few parts, man. It's so painful. It's so painful.
Okay, but hold on, because Meruane, he has two presentations. I remember I sent you the one that I
In
told you to
2016,
watch.
I saw the one in
Yeah.
2016.
So did you see the one before that?
No, I didn't say 12011.
The other one was only like 30 minutes because he got booed off like really quick. And now
in 2016,
this one,
he gets booed off too.
Yeah.
And then he goes, no, pero voy a intentar de nuevo. Como quiere más chiste. Vamos a seguir.
Yeah, and everybody's no.
And this was after 15 minutes of people like giving him the fake gaviota. This is after 15 minutes of incoherent stand-up that's just so painful to watch. And then the judges come out to save him, and then it's like his decision. He's like, voy a hacerlo.
Yeah, I'm
And it's
gonna
another
keep on
15
going.
minutes that are
Yeah.
even worse than the last 15.
So you watched the whole thing, but you had to skip through parts.
I watched straight through until about minute 25.
Okay, so you watched a lot of it.
He starts out well.
He starts out really well. He's like, what happens at the beginning is like he's getting there. He's about to get booed off, but then he saves himself, and then he gets saved again, and then he's
Apaga la luz el logo.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Apaga la luz, logo. Yeah. So because
Which worked great the first 2 times.
that was him. It's so funny because when they start booing him, he just says it like that. It's like his instinct. Apaga la
It's
luz,
like he
logo.
was told. He was told before the show.
It's just that.
If you hear it, say Apaga la luz logo.
Yeah.
And that was like...
Because what happened is that before he in the first one that he bombed, he would say "Gracias, no se molesten." When he was like being bombed, he would try to confuse that as an applause. He would be like "Gracias, gracias, no se molesten."
Yeah.
And that turned into like a bit of his crutch. "Gracias, no se molesten."
Because he just repeated that one.
And whenever he was nervous, he was like "Gracias, gracias, no se moleste." And now this one was "Apaga la luz."
And he just repeats it the whole time.
Yeah. It's like it must be an instinct, you know. He's like, oh man, apaga la luz, apaga la luz. You know, like he thought maybe if they shut the lights off, he would be better.
Yeah.
I guess like that.
But people got it the first 2 times. They were for him, and you could see like that
they were willing to give
people
him
had T-shirts. I remember one of the shots.
Oh yeah.
When he first starts bombing, there's a guy with a T-shirt that says "Todos con Meruane."
Yeah.
Hashtag Todos con Meruane.
Todos con Meruane.
And he's watching with his hands like over his face. It's like, oh, here we go again.
God.
Here we go. Yeah.
Do you remember any of those jokes?
It's a lot of them were like, ¿y qué pasa ahora con la delincuencia en nuestro país? Y ahora yo llegué aquí para hablar de la AFP. Or I don't know. Like,
do you remember the one about the piranha shampoo?
No, I missed it. Oh, that's why he's bald.
Yeah, that's why he's bald.
Yeah.
El shampoo de piranha. They're like, so I remember there was this one. He was like, there was this artist, hubo un artista que vino una vez y él dijo esto, miren, and he puts like a part of a...
From
like,
Maná.
From Maná. He's like, that Chile es el país menos corrupto. And everybody laughs about that.
Yeah.
That was like a good save, but then from there on, it's just...
That was his save in the second act.
Yeah.
Right? At the beginning.
Yeah.
When I was like, maybe he can do it.
Yeah.
And then now it just nosedived again.
Nosedived again. Oh, God. It's
But
so funny.
Yeah, that was... Then I watched the Vertigo, where he was on afterwards, like 2 months
Okay.
after he performed. And he's there with his wife. And
Oh, God.
they're asking him like the very serious questions where they're like, we interviewed people in the street and we asked them their honest opinion about your show in Viña.
Uh-huh.
And surprise, surprise, this is what we got.
Okay.
This guy's like, Meruane, eres terrible fome y no sé, no sé por qué sigues dedicándote a la comedia.
Oh, God.
And then it goes back to the post like, so Meruane, we have this video evidence that people don't like you.
Yeah.
What's your opinion about continuing with comedy?
Uh-huh.
And it's just like, voy a seguir con más fuerza que nunca. That's what Meruane says.
Yeah.
And he gets, of course, a round of applause from everybody.
Yeah.
And then it goes right to his wife, who's just like, he doesn't have autocrítica.
Holy shit. Oh, God.
Yeah.
That hurts.
His wife's right there. Like the frame all of a sudden it flips to the side. And his wife's there the whole time watching,
Uh-huh.
and she just completely like puts out that fire immediately. Like,
Yeah. Él no tiene autocrítica. Oh,
Yeah.
God. So I remember when the first time when the presenters go out and try to save him, I remember that he says, así como, bueno, y le quiero dar también un saludo a la gente que me está viendo, a mi esposa que me está viendo del hotel. You know what he says? Like she didn't even want to go there to be humiliated. Holy fuck, she had no faith on him whatsoever. Like right from the beginning.
Yeah.
Holy crap, that was so sad.
She must have known.
She must have known.
Because then he reveals after in Vertigo too, like, sí, yo estaba con mi familia. And he said he was like writing jokes like 3 days before the presentation.
Oh, God.
And he's like, that you don't realize how hard it is. Because I had to write jokes. I was working for 3 days straight before that presentation.
Pobrecito, man. And I remember there was this one de un chiste que era de la funeraria El Ciprés.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so he's like, tiene que contratar los servicios en funeraria El Ciprés. Muérase ahora, pague después. And then, so he says it and nobody laughs, and then he repeats it. Because I guess, like, maybe in his mind, he's like, oh, maybe they didn't hear me the first time. That's why they didn't laugh.
Yeah.
You know? But it's just such a bad joke. And then the one with the fart, did you see that one where he starts...
Yeah.
And it was like a sea of people just booing him out, like, get the fuck out of here, buddy.
That was pretty much the when you knew it was gonna
Representante
happen.
de Estados Unidos. I think it's like an anti-routine.
I think so. I mean, the first 10 minutes, you can tell he did his homework.
Yeah.
You know, I think he just focused so much on 10 minutes of material, and the rest was just like, I'm going to give very general topics that like everyone can relate to in Chile, and try to speak like in a very general sense. And then it backfired on him.
On him hard. I love it, man. Every time I watch it, it's so funny because it's like an anti-routine, man. It's like I just can't stop watching it. I watch it like from time to time.
Yeah, no, that one's really it's just painful because
it's I don't know, man. Like you know what
you
the
say
worst?
that you put your hands to your chest like it's just like blanket or something.
It's
just
like a
keeps
blanket.
you warm.
Yeah, it keeps me warm. So when it finishes, the funniest part I think of that whole routine is that when it finishes, the guy El Rafa Araneda, el que presenta, he's like Ricardo Meruane. You know, like he fucked up even with his last name.
Nothing
Ricardo
went well.
Ricardo Meruane. You know, it's so funny. But then his face, man, like did you see? Maybe you didn't. There's some pictures of him like when they take him away.
Yeah.
Like, and he's like in a catatonic state. Basically, he looks like he's elsewhere.
You can tell he's shaken from like minute 15.
Yeah.
You can see in the way he's speaking, like
and he starts like he starts doing.
He starts like doing the laughing, like fake laughing and everything. You can. He is. The crowd is in his head from minute 15 on, and in his heart also. You know, it infested his heart,
close to his heart. Yeah. Holy crap!
And he gets murdered.
Yeah, he didn't kill. He totally bombed. So we should pause for a little bit.
Sure.
And then we'll come right back with more Today La Tomorrow. And we're back with more Today La Tomorrow. I'm here with Chris still. You haven't left, right?
We return.
We return. Batman returns. I see we're talking again about
No,
Batman.
we can't do that again.
No more Batman. Okay, sorry.
Not again.
You Batman t-shirt wearing motherfucker. So, what was it that we were going to... Okay, so what I was going to ask you, you know, El Festival de Viña is actually pretty known for being the way that it is, like where people can sometimes get booed off. You know, they actually call it El Monstruo because of it, you know. And I think that what happened with Meruane is that they must have seen his routine. They said, this is fucking horrible. It's going to bomb, and it's going to give us ratings.
Yeah, like fresh food.
Yeah, fresh fodder, right?
Yeah.
Because I think, you know,
and
like
they need meat. That monster needs meat.
Yeah. You got to feed the little monster.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that happened. Because otherwise, I don't really understand how that could have... Because I know that you have to...
You can't just write jokes 3 days before a show. I don't know. I mean, I guess you can. But I'm assuming he would have to have 50 minutes of material prepared that he would present in front of someone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anybody that's actually been in Viña, like to ask him. But yeah, I would think that because it's going to be on live television, they have to censor it, tone it down maybe. Mm-hmm. You know, like I would imagine that you have to present it to editors and it has to be approved. Yeah. I would think.
I don't know how like writing 3 days before the show can occur. Yeah. Unless they knew this guy's going to bomb, just let him do his thing.
Yeah, let him do his thing.
It's all gold.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. You know, because in the end, that's when they get like the highest ratings is when people bomb.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. Well, you obviously like the best, like the good comedians or the good musicians are actually those are get great ratings. But if you bring up a shitty comedian that nobody knows, you always have like the chance that they could totally fucking bomb. So it's a win-win for them, and they get paid a lot of money too, man. I think el
20 palos was. I mean, Meruane said that on Vertigo.
20 palos.
Yeah,
I would totally get booed off by someone for 20 palos, man.
That's what his wife were saying.
Really?
She's like, por 20 palos, él hace lo que quiera.
Would you though?
Would I get booed off? No, because then it would. I don't know. I mean, that's tough. I want to get to the point where I can travel through Chile, which it'll probably happen next year. Where I get to go to different cities in the north and south of Chile and perform my show, and some people have seen my videos, and I'm not like the most known guy in the world, but I get paid to travel through Chile. You know, but that's what I'm. And if I were to get booed off of Viña, I would get a lump sum of money.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't be able to...
I wouldn't be able to go to a random town in Chile and people go, oh, that's the guy.
But I mean, it happened for Rudy Ray. He got booed off and then you saw him being a judge of a shitty-ass bar. Yeah, maybe the same could be for you, man.
Nah,
be a judge of some shitty ass backward fucking pub.
You too can be Rudy Ray.
You know, yeah. I mean, of course, if it's like a career for you,
and you want to be respected too. By your colleagues. That's a really important thing, I think.
Yeah. At the end of the day, obviously, you don't want to be booed off. But hey, and like he could have been booed off and not got any money. Like, do you imagine if the clause is like, okay, we'll pay you 20 palos, but if you bomb, then we'll only pay you 5.
Yeah.
That would be fucking gay.
But there's something I've noticed too, like in the brief, I've met like some of the bigger Instagrammers in Chile, El Ranti,
Okay.
and even like Sensual Spider-Man. I've like made a couple of short videos with.
Who the fuck is Central Spider-Man?
Sensual Spider-Man, he like shakes his ass.
Sensual Spider-Man.
Sensual Spider-Man,
I
yeah.
heard Central, sorry. Okay.
And their goal is not just to make little Instagram videos. They want to be like full comedians in Chile. They want to
Really?
be like stand-up comedians.
But
Ranty's- he
but
wants
that
to be a
guy El
stand-up
Ranti, he's not a comedian though, is he?
He's an Instagrammer. Yeah.
Yeah,
But he
but
does
is-
do stand-up.
Oh, he does stand up?
Yeah.
And is it any good?
I haven't seen it live. I can't tell you.
Okay.
But I mean, well, I can't tell you.
Come on, you faggot.
in respect for Ranty.
Okay.
I mean, my hunch says no, but
Yeah.
you know, but at the end of the day, I mean, from talking to him, he has like a really cool energy, where like you can see like you talking to that guy, he just I don't know, he has like a strong presence. He
Uh-huh.
like is the leader. Any group he shows up to for a video, he's gonna like try to lead the video. You know?
Yeah.
For good or bad, he's going to try
I've
to lead.
never seen a video of his, to be honest. I know who he is. Like, I've seen
It's-
him in person, but I don't think I've ever seen, like, a video of his.
It-
Like, every
they're
time
not,
I
they're
tried...
not especially well produced, and like
Yeah.
but he does his character okay, and he's charismatic. He's truly charismatic.
Okay.
And
So
he-
he's got that going for him.
He's very charismatic, dude. I think he could be a good actor. But
Okay.
I don't know if he could be a
Good
great
comedian.
stand-up comedian because you got to do weird shit, you know,
Yeah.
and you really have to understand the structure of jokes.
Right.
Truly, not just like get likes on Instagram. It's a different thing.
It's totally different,
Completely
yeah.
different.
Of course. Totally
But
different.
comedians don't just want. He doesn't just do that because he wants attention. He wants to become a true comedian. You know, I think.
Okay.
So bombing out of Viña for 20 palos.
Yeah.
That's what everybody's chasing. Not just I mean, people want to get respected with money. People really want respect within the comedic community.
But I mean, there's this one comedian. What's this guy's name? Salía antes en el Club de la Comedia. It's one of these guys, like one of the funnier ones. El Juan Pablo Flores, I think it is.
Okay.
I saw once. It was like an interview that they did with him, but not really with him. It was like with his wife, because I guess he moved out like to the far south, and he bought like himself a piece of land and a house, and he tends like to his garden, and he has
like
no
disappeared.
idea about Instagram or fucking comedy or anything. And he lives, I think he has like an entrepreneurship over there.
Cool.
Like, you know? And so maybe if you're like totally fucking sick of everything, you could be like, okay, I'll go bomb Viña. You know, get my 20
money,
palos
and then peace out.
And then peace out, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it could work out, like an escape route.
Seems like I think a lot of comedians, like Dan Aykroyd from Ghostbusters.
Uh-huh. He's
He
making
like
vodka
disappeared,
now.
man.
Yeah.
he chases UFOs and like
Yeah. He's like, he went totally
he
crazy.
went nuts.
Yeah, because he got the money for it.
He got his pay.
Yeah.
and knows what the fuck he wants.
Yeah, he must still get royalties.
Oh, I'm sure.
Of course he does, yeah.
They're making video games still, and they remade it pretty recently. And
Yeah, and I think they're going to make another remake, actually.
Cool.
Or a sequel to that one, the Lady Ghostbusters thing. Did you see the first one? Did you
the Lady
like it?
Ghostbusters.
The Lady Ghostbusters?
No, I
Lady
saw
Ghostbusters.
clips on a plane. I can't tell you.
Yeah, okay.
It's kind of cool.
It sucked.
Oh, okay.
It's not horrible, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I never was like a really true Ghostbusters fan. I mean, like I've seen them, I like them, but I'm not crazy over them.
I like
so
I
like
like
when
them.
they
I like
remade
them.
them, I was like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. Now I know a lot of people were like, no, you can't do that to my Ghostbusters, you know. But to me, it was like, nah. So okay, so 20 palos to do that, and then so yeah, it was fodder for the people. I don't know how it would work then.
How after the thing is like once you get your money, the thing is you can't live forever off 20 palos.
No, of course not. But
Like you can live like one good year, like one very good.
Nah.
Not even.
No, come on. Like, how much is rent? Like 300,000, 400,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so say you spend another 200 in groceries, so you got 500 there,
Yeah.
and then you got
That's what I'm saying. One good year. They go travel.
a totally good year. Yeah.
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 You got 14 palos to fuck around with.
To fuck around with. Yeah.
And then you're back to where you started, but no respect and like no dignity.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just Viña, man. I mean, I think it's like a big deal. Like, to me, I don't think that Viña is like, whoa, you know, the top.
It's weird.
It's for a lot of people, it is.
Because some people imagine Viña as being like, you did it, you're now like well known.
Yeah,
Chile.
I've heard it like from people, from actual comedians saying it. Like, no, my goal is Viña. Like,
But
I
then-
really want to be
and
there.
like watching other comedians,
Yeah.
like NTN, Mauricio Palma, he did Viña.
Yeah.
But he doesn't sell out shows now, you know?
No.
He's still, I love his humor, and I think like he's a cool guy. He's he's one of the nicest comedians I've met.
No, and he's respectable too because he's been doing the YouTube shits before it even started.
And he has funny videos too.
Yeah. Mapu channel.
Yeah. He does his shit.
They're really good, and he started like 2009. I guess
He
even
says
before
15
that.
years he's been performing.
15 years, yeah. That's a lot. So he had to go to Viña.
But like afterwards, I still like walk around by his shows sometimes, or he'll perform while I'm like also performing or whatever. And it's not like absolutely killing it. Like he's doing kind of what he was doing last year before the Viña.
Yeah. So, but he got like a nice sum of money for it.
Yeah. It's another gig.
It's another gig. It's a bigger gig. What
Yeah.
about El Festival de Talca?
What about it?
I've heard that the people in Talca are like lousy audiences.
Dude, I was there.
Is that
I was
true?
there. I saw Flight de Chileno in Talca when he performed.
Yeah.
And it's just like a bunch of because that day it was like Cinco CNCO. Like this new reggaeton sensation. Had performed right before Flight de Chileno. And then here comes Flight de Chileno.
Yeah.
And the audience is not ready for him. And he's nervous. And oh man, we were there supporting him. We really did. It wasn't an absolute bomb. There's a video on YouTube I saw. It was like Flight de Chileno versus Hani Dueñas. And it's like, and like every bad
The
joke
Battle
they
of the
tell,
Titans,
or
okay.
every joke they tell, it doesn't quite hit. I guess I should say. It like their health goes down.
Who won?
Flight de Chileno won.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, but my original point was, okay, so Festival de Viña, it's known for El Monster and all that. Is there something like that in the States?
Yeah. So there's Showtime at the Apollo.
Showtime at the Apollo. Okay.
So it's where they have African American performers. I speak this like a white person would.
Yeah. Okay,
as white as I can.
Okay.
They go out and they have 3 acts that are going to do rap. Yeah. And then 3 acts that are going to tell jokes that are stand up.
Okay.
At any moment, the audience can boo them off the stage. So-
Really?
No, seriously. Yeah. The audience can just start booing. And if they have enough boos,
They'll kick them out.
The format, I don't know if they still use it because it's like really insensitive, but they have somebody who's dressed up like they're dressed up like a ghoulishly. I don't know how to describe it, but they're dressed up and they have like a broom, and they'll go on stage and they'll broom you off the stage.
What, they hit you with the broom?
They don't hit you, but they like start brooming towards you.
Really? Holy shit.
Totally serious. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like the crowd wins and you've been eaten by the monster and you gotta get off stage.
Oh, God. And do they pay them like 20 palos too or shit like that or not?
I mean, it depends upon the gig.
Okay.
That's like the at the Apollo format. Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people I've noticed that they talk about El Festival de Viña that they should like they should really stop doing like the booing off thing, that they should be more respectful. After Hani Dueñas happened, I remember that.
Yeah?
There was like, I saw a lot of people saying like, no deberían pifiar a la gente, and it's disrespectful. But it's happened for aeons. I don't think it's ever going to stop.
No.
Because I think it's part of like what the festival, like if you go there, you know that you're exposing yourself, risking yourself to getting that kind of reaction.
I mean, like, is it inhumane that people get booed off stage?
I mean, it must totally suck if you're the guy that's being booed off.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a risk that you have to be willing to take. Otherwise, just don't go. I would think.
It makes the ones that succeed like that much more valiant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a lot more valuable. Because I went there and I didn't get booed off, but you did. Haha.
I guess. I don't know what Hani Dueñas' thoughts are on that.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither. But I think that she's still doing like her thing, just like, like El Palma.
No, she sells out shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. She like was in Salamet in Valparaiso, like double function, sold out.
Really?
Yeah, she's still doing her thing.
So she has like a niche.
But it's wild how
really
many comments
boring
are
niche.
against her on the internet. It's nuts.
Really?
I was just going through it like Hani Dueñas on YouTube. Let's see what comes up. Everything's negative.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of people hate her.
Incredible amount of people.
Yeah, I think it was like her demeanor on stage.
Yeah.
I think it came off kind of standoffish,
Absolutely.
kind of like
Even before.
egotistical. Even before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's harsh. Like
It's
to
really harsh.
treat the audience that way. Like, yeah, fuck you. Yeah.
I think her problem was she was too niche. Where she kept cutting off groups, being like, oh, los niños son unos borrachos.
Yeah.
And then being like,
Men suck.
Yeah, men are terrible.
Yeah.
And then like, oh, women with children, they sold their lives out.
Yeah, it's just like it just wasn't the way to say it. I think
It was like she kept putting herself cutting off groups, whereas like Meruane wanted to include every and try to find like the most broad themes that would fit everyone. Yeah, it was like.
Yeah, I think you can't be too niche for Viña.
You can't be too niche or too broad.
Or too broad. Yeah.
If you
have to hit. I mean, like if I was a comedian, I would try to see like the night that I'm going to go with and the people that are going to be there and be like, okay, I'm going to have to do something for these guys.
You think?
I
don't think
so.
anybody does it that way because it just takes so long to like work on the material in bars.
Exactly.
You're like, okay, for the next 4 months, I'm going to try to find like gigs where people who are like the Backstreet Boys are going to be like, how do you figure that out? Like,
how do you figure that out? Yeah, it's true. And also in bars, people are drinking and they want to have fun. But in Viña, they're like waiting for the other fucking guy. Yeah,
there's such a difference in the way people respond.
It's a huge difference.
Yeah. From the beginning of, and I think like Hani Duenas was used to having audiences in her hand from the beginning of the show.
Yeah, because they go and they want to see her. They pay to see her. Mm-hmm. Where here they could have paid for who knows, the Backstreet Boys or I don't remember who was there that night. I think it was the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah. No. Hani Duenas wasn't the Backstreet. It was Mark Anthony.
Oh, Mark Anthony. Okay. So, what about comedy in English?
The worst comedy in English?
Yeah.
So I asked people on Instagram what they thought was the worst comedy they'd seen.
Okay.
So I'll read out my responses that I got. Hani o Meruane. Yeah, here we go. A lot of películas de Adam Sandler.
Okay.
Seem to come up a lot.
Okay. Do you like them at all?
Adam Sandler's made so many bad movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he has some good ones, though, I think. I mean, I don't particularly like them.
He started out, Happy Gilmore.
I saw the one with the kid just recently. Big Daddy. That one. It was all right.
It's decent.
Yeah.
It's funny enough.
And
it has his like brand of humor.
Have you seen the movies like by Sebastián Badilla?
And I got a lot of those ones too.
Yeah, Badilla, you got that guy?
Badilla. I haven't seen him, no.
You haven't seen any of his flicks?
What is it?
He's a director.
Yeah?
He's a film director, according to him.
Okay.
So him and his brother, they have like this production company. It's called Bufonada.
Okay.
And they make movies like... He says that his like maximum idol is Adam Sandler.
Oh no! You can't say that.
He does. I've heard him from the horse's mouth. I've heard him say it.
Yeah.
Like Adam Sandler. Like, that's what I want to be. He has a picture with him. He once went to the States and he took a picture with him, and it's like his most valued treasure.
So, that's terrible. Like someday I might make movies as good as Grown Ups 1 and 2.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So his films are worse.
But is it Chilean?
Yeah,
or is it...
he's Chilean.
Really?
Yeah. So he has plenty. He has one that's called El Limpia Piscinas.
Oh, I got that right here. El Limpia Piscinas, worst movie of all time.
Oh, you got that one? Okay, see? So the audience knows what they're talking about. So El Limpia Piscinas, check out this premise. So it's a guy, he's like the fat nerd that nobody likes, right?
Okay.
And he's in love with Denise Rosenthal, which is like totally hot.
She's like the hot, like airheaded.
Yeah, there you go. The hot airhead. So he's in love with her, but obviously she doesn't like him because he's a fat fuck.
Oh, because he's fat?
Yeah,
okay.
Okay, so there's the joke. So, his family goes through a crisis that they never explain what the crisis actually is. It's like they're losing money for some reason. So now he has to clean pools in order to pay for college.
Okay.
Like if you can make him a living off of cleaning pools.
So can he get the girl and study?
They never bring up the whole studying thing. You never see him like actually go study. You see him cleaning pools.
He just cleans pools because he has to.
Yeah, like in order to help out his family.
Okay.
How much do they pay for cleaning a pool? They can't pay that much.
I have no idea. Probably
right?
like diariamente is gonna be like 20.
I would say not even that, man.
Not even.
Not even. So that's the whole premise of the film.
Yeah?
Yeah. And then Denise Rosenthal has like this boyfriend that turns out to be a total douche.
When did this come out?
A long time ago. 2012, 2013.
Okay.
I don't know. And then he made another one, which is the exact same. Like all these movies are the same. The other one is called El Babysitter. No, I think it's called El Babysister for some reason. I swear to God.
No way.
Yeah. Okay, here, let me look it up. I think it's called... Oh, no, it's El Babysitter. Okay. See, it has a 2.2 in IMDb.
No, is that even possible?
Yeah. No, it's horrible. So he always makes out like with the hot chicks.
Okay.
Like in El Babysitter, it's La Javiera Acevedo and Denis Rosenthal. And he's
Right.
like in a love triangle with them.
Okay.
And he's like a fat fuck.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's just bad.
Oh,
It's just
man.
really bad. Like every movie, there's a skit of him dancing for some reason.
Okay.
And
Who's this actor? That's the fat guy?
Sebastián Badilla.
Oh, okay. That's
You know, so he directs it and he writes it. So he writes like, in
And
this
acts.
scene I make out with Javier Acevedo and with Denis Rosenthal.
Oh no.
You know, yeah. It's like that
That's
kind.
just horrific.
It's just horrible. So, and also the product placement is just way out of line.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
No wonder they keep making the movies because he
Yeah.
just sells.
They are actually like hour and a half long commercials in the end.
Wow.
Riddled with terrible ass jokes.
Yeah.
Terrible, terrible, terrible.
I'm tempted to watch them now. Now you say they're that bad.
You could. They're horribly bad. And
Is it like Rudy Ray? Like
He's
still
worse.
kind of okay.
He's worse. I
Okay.
mean, like, it's just he acts horribly. You know, the people that he has there act horribly because they're not actors.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like he has La Diana Boloco. They do like, he has like cameos of like people from TV.
Yeah.
So they all act fucking horribly. And the premises are all stupid. It's always the same. The fat fucking guy that nobody likes gets the hot chick cause reasons.
Okay.
And product placement everywhere. Like there's an actual scene where he's running like from his house to the girl's house or something.
Yeah.
And he runs by like an ad for Campiña, an ad for Pizza Hut, and they're like right there. You know, like they're huge.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
And then he has
That's funny.
one, and he has the worst fucking one of all. It's called Maldito Amor.
Oh,
I actually have it in a
Maldito
DVD.
amor.
Yeah. So it's, you know, Kel Calderón?
Okay.
So it's her and Trinidad Lanois. They're like three hot chicks. La Steffi Mendes.
Okay.
So it's a comedy slasher.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
According to him.
Are
So
there,
there's like this
moments of
killer.
suspense?
Yeah, there's like a killer loose.
Okay.
But Gil Calderón is the one that best acts in the movie.
Okay.
That's the level.
What's the most recent one of his films?
One that's called No Quiero Ser Tu Hermano.
Okay.
Yeah, and I saw it, and it's horrible.
How does he keep making movies then?
I don't know. I guess because God doesn't exist.
Well, Nicolas Lopez also fell off the radar.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, Nicolas Lopez at least hires actors, you know,
Yeah.
sometimes. And at least he ain't that obnoxious, like he star his own movies.
Yeah.
You know, like if he wrote himself to be the nerdy winner, it would be, you know, like, at least this guy doesn't do that. At least he has the amount of respect for the cinema that he just stays behind the camera, which is where he's good. I don't find him to be a particularly bad director, but his movies are pretty bad. Yeah,
Okay.
not as bad as Sebastián Badilla, though. But that ain't
Then
saying
again-
much.
That's what I say. Like, I think there's a lot of good comedy in Chile. Mm-hmm. Like, I respect Chilean comedians, man. I respect them. I respect what they do. But there are not many good movies, you know?
No.
At all of Chilean comedy.
No,
I can't really think of
why?
what.
You can't really think of why, or you
I-
can't really
yeah.
think of a
Why-
good movie.
Why is there not
A funny
Barrio
movie.
Universitario is like a terrible film.
You saw it.
Yeah,
It's horrible.
That movie's ridiculously bad. But all those guys are funny. Like Cobano's debatably, but I think his stand-up is some of it's very good. You know?
Yeah, I respect your
Freire-
opinion. I don't agree it, but
Okay, Freire, like
Uh-huh.
that guy, I've seen him on interviews and stuff. He's like a naturally really funny guy.
Uh-huh.
He's good. He's a good comedian.
yeah,
Freire.
but the movies are horrible.
But the movie's fucking a disaster. You know?
yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's funny that you've seen it.
Oh man, that's one of the first movies I saw in Chile. And then I
God.
went back and rewatched some of it. And it
Did it make you want to go catch a plane back?
No, when I first saw it, I was
So
just
I was
like,
like, okay, get
I
the
guess
fuck
I just
out of
don't
this
get
country.
it. I guess I just don't get it.
I guess I'm just not from around here.
Yeah, and then I rewatched some of it. I was like, there's nothing about this. There's no redeeming factor.
No.
And it has Abello. Abello's in it too.
Yeah, and La del Vadilla, Abello's in him too.
Really?
Yeah, but it's always like a cameo.
Okay.
And you can tell that he's there, like, you know, for the money.
Okay.
You know, I was like, hey, can you be in this movie? Yeah, how much? Okay, I'll be there. You
That's
know?
cool.
Yeah. And which other one is really bad? There's a lot of bad movies, man. There's have you seen Alma?
Alma. Nah.
It's the guys. So you know that they made a Chilean version of Married with Children here?
Yeah, Casado con Hijos.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
I've seen a few episodes.
Do you like it?
I mean, it's Married with Children, like Chilean version. I don't think it's that. It's
Really?
he goes to Café con Piernas, right? And that's like the theme
titty
of
bar.
Yeah.
The nudie bar.
Yeah, and that's like the theme of the episode. So they adapted it to Chile.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it's that different from
Oh, I think it's really different.
Yeah?
But that's a topic for another time.
Yeah, we could-
Because we could go
we could
really
do a whole
deep on
episode
that.
about that, yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of sitcoms that they've adapted here. They also did a version of The Nanny
Okay.
here, and that one was pretty bad too.
Yeah?
I think there was a time that they did a lot of these. They adapted a lot of these sitcoms, and I think Casado con Hijos was the only one that stuck. Because they did The Nanny, they did.
Tell me to watch that all the time. They love it. Yeah.
It's horrible. I can't stand it. But so I was talking. Okay, so bad comedy in the States, like
Oh, a ton of it. Yeah.
ton of it. But what about the good ones though? Have you seen like any recent like really good? Which one is like your favorite?
We're gonna
comedian?
change the whole theme now. It's a good comedy.
Yeah, I mean a little bit. Can
All
we
right.
talk about like what you really like your favorite comedian in English? Not necessarily from the States, but in English.
Just favorite comedian that tells jokes in English.
See, like mine's Dave Chappelle.
But Dave Chappelle's an absolute genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
He's
His
fucking
show is
good.
hilarious. His show has aged well. You
Yeah.
can watch that show now; it's still funny.
Have you seen there was the latest one that he put out? I don't know if it's the latest, but one of his newer ones.
He put out 2 in a row.
Yeah, 2 in a row. Have you seen those?
Yes.
The one where he talks about the superhero that has to grab pussies?
Yeah.
Oh
The
man,
Trump
that's
joke.
so funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, the one because I can't remember. Well, the people should watch it because I'm not gonna make. No le voy a hacer justicia. But there was this one where he was talking about he was pitching a movie to a guy that was about a superhero that only had his superpowers when he touched pussies.
Okay.
So some women did not want their pussies to be touched.
Yeah.
So he rapes them. You know, and then everybody's like, "What?" And he's like, "No, but he does it to save lives." You know, he saves more than he rapes, and he only rapes to save. It's so funny, man. It's really good.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, Chappelle's immaculate, man. I love him. And all his skits, like from Chappelle's show, those are all really good too. Like the Nigger Family.
Oh, dude, incredible.
It's so
Incredible, man.
I also like Anthony Jeselnik. Have you seen this guy?
Yeah, I've seen most of Anthony Jeselnik's, a lot of his stuff.
Yeah, you like him?
Not that much.
Not that much? How come?
So Anthony Jeselnik, right? He's like the king of the dark joke,
Yeah.
right?
Like really, really dark.
He's gonna bring up something like the Boston Marathon bombing, and what do you know? 30 seconds later, here comes a really dark joke about you're still sensitive about it. Oh, got ya.
Yeah.
He's a good writer. He's very clearly a good writer,
Uh-huh.
but all of his jokes are the same.
Well,
You know,
yeah.
that's his problem.
It's like the misdirection thing. He always starts with one thing and then he ends it in a totally different way, but sometimes you can really see him coming.
It's like very well cut jokes. They're like diamonds the way he cuts them, right?
Yeah.
But it's the same fucking diamond the whole time.
Yeah.
You get bored of it. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
but
yeah.
so he has the special thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, that
right?
one's really good.
So at the, like he does 30 minutes about all these dark jokes, and okay, it's the same joke over and
Eric
over again.
Clapton's
And
clumsy little kid.
sure, all these jokes that are basically the same structure.
Uh-huh.
Then, what I thought was great was the final like 15 minutes. He talks about people's response to his jokes,
Yeah.
and it's fucking brilliant.
It's brilliant, yeah.
When he says he did like this joke about someone dying in Australia from a shark attack,
Uh-huh.
and he got when he did it on a show, he got letters from Australians, right, saying they're gonna like kill him
Yeah.
because of what he making this joke,
Yeah.
and he didn't fucking care, and he said, "This is my job. I'm the guy who does these jokes."
Yeah.
And like he defends himself that way, and it's brilliant.
Yeah.
And he says, "Why do I defend myself this way? Because when anything bad happens, what do? We send out thoughts and prayers."
Yeah.
And like, what value does your thoughts and prayers have?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Don't forget about me today.
Yeah, and it's just selfish because you think about yourself when you give out these
Yeah.
these like, oh, remember the people that died and whatever.
Yeah.
And-
paramedics aren't going like, "Are we trending now?" I remember that he said something like that.
Yeah, and that's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
But then just the jokes themselves,
Uh-huh.
they need that extra perspective.
So did you see the second special of his, Fire in the Maternity Ward?
The new one, my roommate told me about it. I didn't see it.
Okay. it's not as good as the first one.
Okay.
I watched it. I didn't hate it, but I wouldn't watch it again. It was all right.
It's one of these guys who's like, he's clearly very cerebral. He's
Yeah.
really intelligent. He's
Yeah.
going to write you good jokes. But that's not enough for me. Because there's
Okay.
not actually that much risk. He makes it appear like, wow, I'm taking a huge risk here. I'm making a joke about, I don't know, like Sandy Hook.
Sandy Hook, yeah.
Shooting.
Uh-huh.
Wow, look at me. I'm a big risky comedian. He's not taking a fucking risk because he's repeating the same risk over and over again. So that's not really a risk.
It's an interesting point. Yeah, you're right.
He's posturing as something he's not. He's actually a pretty safe comedian, I think, at the end of the day.
I like it. Yeah, it's true. What about Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan's what a great podcaster. What a
Okay.
great podcaster.
But a comedian, you don't like him that much?
Comedian, it's okay. It's interesting.
Uh-huh.
But I don't consider it to be like, holy fuck, that's a really clever observation. Mm-hmm. He makes a joke about the sun, right? Isn't it incredible, the sun? Like, it is this ball of light that you need, but you get too much of it and it can kill you.
Uh-huh.
That's interesting. That's not like a big punchline.
No.
Or whatever.
No.
Or, I don't know, jokes about like people in Boston and their accents and stuff. It's okay.
It's okay.
I don't think he's like...
I like him. I don't rever him, but I like him.
As much as people hate Louis C.K.,
I
you still
really
go back
love
and
him.
listen.
Yeah.
And his bootleg that came out, did you hear this one? It came
No,
out
I haven't heard it.
it came out last year.
Uh-huh.
And it's like so he wasn't trying to release it. Somebody just filmed one of his shows.
Oh, is it the one that he did after all this shit happened?
Yeah.
And then that I remember that the news outlets were like, now he is catering to Trump supporters and shit like that, something like that.
It's like they filmed a set that wasn't totally ready to be filmed. Mm-hmm. And he makes jokes about him getting caught for masturbation.
For masturbation.
Like, how was your year? You know?
Okay.
And it's great. It's still really well written. And he's like poignant.
Yeah.
You know? He has like real observations about living that you think about and you go, that guy's right. Like, life really is like that. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
If you have a kid, I'm imagining, and your kid's 6 years old and there's a bully at your school who's also 6 years old at your daughter's school, you're going to hate that bully with everything in your life. Mm-hmm. You're going to treat him like he's a drug dealer or something.
Of
Like
course.
a narcotraficante, like he said.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Yeah. I feel like his comedy has the right combination of like, it can be shocking and weird,
Uh-huh.
but there's still a message there. And there's a real message.
Have you seen this bit that he does? I think it's in SNL, where he talks about how everybody is a little bit racist.
Yeah.
That one's really good, too.
About like women, the black pizza or something like that?
Yeah, no, it was. Well, I can't actually remember that well, but it's something like everybody's a little racist. That, like, if he sees a white girl with a black guy, he goes like, you know, like something happens. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's just
it's
a little
true.
bit. It's true. It's true. You know, it's like you know, you don't really know well how to describe it, but it's like,
But it's something we all fucking can relate to. And it's ballsy.
it's ballsy. Yeah,
Yeah.
That one I think is more risky.
I totally think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and then if he's running, like one time he was pumping gas at night and something, and he saw a guy, like a black guy with a hoodie. And he went like, you know, like maybe he's out jogging. You know, like he was trying to tell himself not to be racist.
Yeah.
It's really good. So which ones do you really like then, apart from Louis C.K.?
Well, there's one comedian who does a show.
Uh-huh.
It's called Nathan For You.
Nathan For You.
This is amazing. This show is incredible. It's kind of like niche comedy from Canada, okay?
Uh-huh.
But it's his job. It's a supposed reality show.
All right.
And what he does, he goes to like business owners and he pretends like he's a real guru about like growing your business. And he gives them suggestions of what they can do.
Uh-huh.
And he convinces them because he has the look of a business owner. He talks
Like a business owner?
Like a business owner, like a very conservative person. But his suggestions are ridiculous. And the show is fucking hilarious.
Nathan For You.
Yeah.
So where can I see this?
You actually can't watch... You can watch clips on YouTube
Oh,
of
okay.
certain episodes.
Okay.
So he'll be like... One that was very famous was... He actually went to a place that was a coffee shop.
Uh-huh.
And he told them, like... So there's a failing coffee shop. And they needed his advice. Mm-hmm. And they think he's totally real. So he said, like, you know what you can do? You can make your shop basically a Starbucks shop. But just change everything a little bit. And you can get business because people love Starbucks. Mm-hmm. So he's like, just make it dumb Starbucks. And you can have dumb latte and like dumb Nora Jones CDs. And he's like,
and they fall for it.
And he's like, if it's written and under the parody law, so it's not actually a coffee shop, it's an art gallery, then it's totally legal. They found a loophole.
Yeah.
So it's teaching you about law in a strange way.
In a strange way, yeah. It's only like the cracks in the system.
Yeah. And he ended up getting a lot, like, the first day he says, like, we got a few customers. The next day, like, people all over, I think it was Los Angeles, were showing up at this dumb Starbucks because they were saying, like, it was a message against corporations and capitalism.
Yeah, totally.
And he's just trying to make money for this guy.
Exactly.
And then it became a nationwide phenomena. And it appeared on news outlets, dumb Starbucks.
Dumb
Starbucks would
Starbucks.
dumb everything before it. And he got away with it. And then they were going to open up in other locations in New York.
Wow.
And eventually, it turns out it actually was illegal.
Yeah, I kind of thought so. That was where it was gonna go, where it was headed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dumb Starbucks.
He did another one where it's this like failing memorabilia store in Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. So because this show's on Comedy Central in the United States, it has like a lot of budget, so they can do crazy shit.
Yeah.
So he pretended like they were filming a movie, and he asked people to go in the store, and he got like a fake Johnny Depp actor.
Okay.
To appear. So they're like, hey, we have a movie with Johnny Depp. It's about a meteor. And if you want to be part of the movie, you have to go inside of the store and just buy something. And, and so he's like, so he got people to go inside and like sign a waiver saying because they just want to see Johnny Depp.
Of course, yeah.
And so they go inside the store and they go to the cash register and they're like, okay, so the producer appears, which is this comedian.
Yeah.
And he's like, just go ahead and buy it and you're part of the movie.
Okay.
And the person buys it, and they're like, and that's it? And he's like, yep, that's it. Thanks.
Holy shit!
And they actually bought it.
Oh God.
Yeah. And then
That's
so it
so
turns
smart,
out,
though.
Yeah. So then it turns out actually this could have been really illegal. Uh-huh. So he has to go and like make the movie and make it appear at a festival. And so he had to produce this fake terrible movie, and it went to a festival.
Just to cover his ass.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's nuts.
I gotta watch it then.
You'll
Nathan, for
flip
you.
when you see this show.
Nathan,
Yeah.
for you.
It's really wild.
Okay. So I guess we've reached the end. Is it the end or is it not the end?
It is the end.
It is the end. This is the song that doesn't end. Did you ever watch
the movie
Lamb
This Is
Chops?
the End?
No, Lamb Chops Play Along.
Oh, I mean, of course, I've sung the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, I used to watch it. The other day, I came up in, what was it called? Like Retro Junk or something? I'm like, oh man, that's Lamb Chops Play Along.
On Caesar's VHS? Whatever.
Yeah, los VHS de Cesar. That ain't mine, though. I've heard that a lot. Because there's a YouTube channel que se llama La Colección de VHS de Cesar, una wea así. And I've had people, is that your channel? I'm like, no, man.
That's funny.
Just name Caesar. That's it.
That's really funny.
Cesar. Caesar is way too weird. Okay, so any closing thoughts? We had the words of the day, which were bombing and killing. So we got that across for the audience. And I don't know if there's anything people should look out for. Anything that you're pulling out?
Nothing much.
Nothing much?
I do want to make a video. You asked me to make a video. We can make a comedic video. Maybe we can talk about this after the show.
Okay, yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, okay, yeah. We could do a collab.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna figure it out.
All right. Okay. So bye for now, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Today La Tomorrow. Remember to share this. We're on Spotify. We're on YouTube. Oh, I haven't uploaded the other one to YouTube. Shit. Okay. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh my god.
There you go. Troll 2.
Yeah.
Okay. See you guys. Take care.
Ciao, ciao.